Hi, welcome to BlindOwl Bushcraft and Survival. Please enjoy our channel. If you would, we'd appreciate it if you join our Patreon page. It's been a long road. Thank you. Hi, welcome to BlindOwl Bushcraft and Survival. My name's Dan. Today I'm in the kitchen. I'm all alone for a week. My wife and daughter are over in Cebu. I've been nursing this beef tenderloin that our friend Chris gave us. I've had it in the freezer for about a year. It was about this long when I started with it. Alright, well I can cut this in half and have two giant meals, or I can have three good sized meals. I'm using a Master Hunter cold steel. This is a knife that was given to us by our friend Matt. Hi Jessica and kids. Matt was such a nice guy. He gave me this and another really nice knife. Beautiful knife. One of my very favorite knives of all time. I think I'm going to take about a little over a third of this one here, I think. Still just a little frozen inside, it looks like. Just barely. Maybe not. Cat came in to see what's going on. It's just a little frozen in the very center, which is good. It's going to make cutting it up easier, I think. Okay. Now the rest of this, I'm going to run up to the refrigerator and put it back so it stays cold. Alright, well what I'm going to do is, I don't want to cook it in a big giant steak like that, and you're supposed to cut it apart in different pieces to get all the benefit of the tenderloin out. I watched a couple videos of it and I still haven't figured it out. So this is my first ever beef tenderloin roast. So I'm going to do it justice and cut it up in little pieces and then stir fry it like I did the other couple of videos. Now I've had this in the freezer for a long time. I can't remember when Chris gave it to us before he went on his trip around the Philippines, and he can tell me better when he gave it to me probably, but I know I ate a little piece of it not too long after he gave it to us, and then I think 3 other times I cooked some up, and it was fabulous. I mean the meat is incredible compared to the beef here is inedible. It's absolutely trash. But this is a beef tenderloin steak that's from America. look at this beautiful knife, Jessica. Every time I touch it I think of Matt, and I think of him so often. It's so sharp, never rusts. This right here, now this part right here, I'll just cut this up and I'll give this gristle or whatever you want to call this to the dogs. They'll love that for sure. Could cook it up for them, but I don't think they even need that. Alright, so that's the bottom part. The last videos I did, I used a more stainless steel knife. This knife is cooler though. This is a cold steel Master Hunter. I'll just start cutting slices off it and cleaning the slices up. And it doesn't get any better than that, guys. That's just a nice bite of beef tenderloin. And it's going to cut the gristle out of the center of it. All the tenderloins I had back in Iowa, we got from a butcher shop, so they were already cut up. I never ever got a roast before. The whole tenderloin. It's hot out here in the kitchen, probably a little over 100 degrees. I should bring down the fans. What I should do is to get some air blowing around, but I haven't had a chance to do that. So I got this big strip right here in the center. See if I can cut along that once. Look how that knife just goes through it like butter. Isn't that amazing? That's what it's all about, having a nice knife. And your knife should always be sharp. This knife, it was razor sharp, but I ran it 6 passes across the buffer, real soft, and it's just hair shaving sharp. Now these little lines of fat here, I don't know if they're fat or gristle. I think they're just fat. We'll leave them in there for now. That's some beautiful meat, Chris. Chris visited the other day and he brought me a ribeye from America, from a place called Bohol Meats, I believe. Can't wait to eat that. And a while back he brought me up 2 sirloin steaks from the Island City Mall, and I felt bad about those because they were $20 each for a little 8-ounce steak, a sirloin steak to boot. And I cut them up small like this here, and they were so delicious, Chris. There's a little bit of thick line through there. This part here has to come off, I'm pretty sure. How to do that though, I don't know. I'm not a butcher, I can tell you that. I can cut up a deer pretty good though. Yeah, there's a lot of real heavy white stuff in this meat here, this part of the steak. I can feel it when I'm cutting it with the knife. Another thing I could do with all this scrap meat here, I could cut that all up and put it in the crock pot or something. Make some soup maybe. Yeah, I got my doubts about some of these pieces here. See, look at that. That's some tough stuff in there. Take care, everybody. I'm going to be back in a minute. My battery's dead. Alright, well, I couldn't find a frying pan, so I'm going to use this fancy pan that a nice couple in Australia gave us. They also gave Beth and Philip one just like it. It's the best pan we ever had. One of the best pans we ever had. Where my big stainless steel frying pans are at that Alex sent, I have no idea. My wife's in Cebu, so I can't really ask her. So I'm going to turn this on high heat for just a second to get it going. And then I'll turn it down to medium heat, I think. The steak looks beautiful. A whole bowl of theirs feels like at least a pound. Okay, I put just a little oil in there. Let me turn it down to about medium to start. I'm just dripping sweat. You can see that. It's so hot here. I'm just going to cover the bottom of the pan with this stuff and turn it over probably twice, and it should be ready to eat. I like my meat done, but still juicy. This is a pretty easy way to watch it. I should probably cook half of it and then cook the other half. I think that's what I'll do. That way it'll all be nice and hot when I'm eating it. For me, steak, they say you're supposed to let a steak rest for so long after you cook it. I think that's crazy. I think a steak should be eaten as fast as you can off the grill. Get all the flavors. A little bit of salt. Slight dusting of pepper. Looking pretty good. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oops, I should have done that. Now they're all blocked together. Lucky I washed my hands yesterday, huh? And they're already cooking, see, brown on one side. I'm just going to let them go for a minute or two at the most. I'll plate up some rice. And I am just pouring out sweat, guys. You don't believe it. Let's see what we have here. That's not good. There we go. See any pieces that are red means you didn't turn it over good enough. Yeah, they're just about cooked. Maybe 2 minutes on the other side here. Be all it'll take. And it's cooking hot enough that it's just did something. Cooking hot enough that it's just sizzling a little bit. It's about perfect. It's a nice first batch, and I'll cook the rest after I chow these down. All right, well, it's time for dinner. Almost fell over there. Looks delicious. Look at that meat, man. Isn't that awesome? Rice and some sliced white bread. Alright, well, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank Chris so much for giving us the steak last year. I want to thank Jessica and the kids. And of course Matt for giving us the knife. And I don't know if you can tell or not, guys, I am absolutely so wet that my feet are dripping down on my flip-flops, so I can't even walk. I'm just slipping and sliding. Pretty good. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. The pieces of meat are all cooked through nicely. It's still just very juicy. Man, it's so good, Chris. Well, take care, everybody. Hashtag 22 day no more. Go out and have some fun. Watch your six really close. Hope you're all enjoying spring. I know I would be. Again, special thanks to Chris, Matt, Jessica, and the kids. Thanks for watching, guys. Be safe. Thanks for watching. Take care.